Doug here. It's the 14th of May and it is 5:52 in the afternoon, and I'm out on a clover field. I'll show it to you real quick here. This clover field's about 100 yards wide and about 300 yards long. I'm probably 100 yards from the end here. Brad's going to show up later, and he'll be 100 yards from the other end, I presume. And we're going to shoot some deer out here. Unbelievable the amount of deer out here. I'm guessing this is probably about 20 acres. And there were over 100 deer in here the other day. Wanted to show you what my setup is also. Probably the most revolutionary thing is my new 4th arrow rest. Now, this is a clamp that I bought right here that clamps onto the bar clamp. Bar clamp goes onto the fiberglass rods. This clamps onto that. This can also clamp onto anything really. And this is a stabilizing rod that goes down, and it's right now just rusting on the ground. I shoved it in a little bit. I just leveled that thing out and smashed it in there. And as fate would have it, this is my weakest side. It kept caving in, so I went out and actually anchored the side up with a rope. But this bar right here also accommodates a tree stand mount that I bought that has a leveler in it, so I'll be able to do that also. Also kind of testing my Rode external speaker that I bought with a package. I discovered that if you don't turn it on, it doesn't work very well. So I did turn it on for this particular interview. And let's see, let's take a look at the Old Faithful here. In this corner we have the Ruger American 300 Win Mag with a multi-cal suppressor on it from GSL. And since I'm not shooting super long distance, I brought this really cool gun. Now, this left-handed eject used to be a 223. I kept asking all my M4 gurus, hey, can I just swap barrels? Is that even possible? And nobody really knew. So I gave this to Jake Owen, my good buddy, and he swapped the barrels. So now I have a left-handed 350 and a right-handed 223. I took it out and this thing shoots fantastically. It always did shoot really good, the barrel did. And it's got a hybrid 46 suppressor on it also, which is just dandy. You know, this is a relatively mild pressured gun. Not a lot of gunpowder, not a lot of velocity, not like the 300. So when you put a suppressor on it, it really gets tame in a hurry. So it's going to be fun. If I get a deer within 70, 800 yards, I'm going to whack it with this one. Deer tend to run when you shoot them with low velocity guns because they don't take that smash and impact like a 300. So I'm going to wait for one to get far enough away from the woods that I don't have to track it in, because when you do that, you get poison ivy. On top of that, I got a couple other things that I've been using. This is my death grip here that I use a lot, and I recently bought a bipod. Now, when it showed up, it was missing a tip, rubber tip. So I called him and said, hey, can you give me another one? He said, oh yeah, absolutely, we'll send you one. I said, well, you know, I like to lose a lot of stuff. Could you send me 2? And he said, nope, can't send you 2. I thought, you can send me 1, why can't you send me 2? But apparently they don't want to do that. So just so you know, the camera right now is almost outside of the blind, but since it's on this arm, it's really working slick. So I really like to videotape my buddy Brad. He goes and sits on a stump and shoots deer, and apparently he's got a great memory. I don't have a great memory, so I like to record what I'm doing so that I can enjoy it down the road. So I like to put some of this stuff on YouTube also. It's kind of fun. So that's my introduction for Wednesday the 14th of May. I haven't seen any deer come out yet, but all I've been doing is talking to people on the phone and doing videos. So Time to be quiet. Dug out. Some bucks laying down on the left side of the screen. And that's another buck coming into the field. His horns are about 4 inches long. My 2 little bucks are back up on their feet. There's one, he's still got a lot of winter coat on. The other one's turning pretty orange. They're both out about 4 inches right now from the skull. Point of interest, my camera's about 8 inches away from my barrel, which would make a really cool shot. There's my barrel. Also, since I'm the guy talking, I turned my microphone around, so it's now facing me. It's 7:08. Hey, Doug here. I finished my editing and thought that there's something missing in the narrative. So as Paul Harvey would say, this is the rest of the story. So the first deer that I shot on camera, I neglected to move the camera over to the running deer, and then I was able to shoot deer number 2 and deer number 3, but they didn't get caught on camera, but you did get to hear my gun go off. With the suppressor, the deer don't really know where the sound's coming from, so they have no idea where to run to, so they typically just run around for a while and stop running. So then the last deer that I shot, I was able to shoot in the head because it was at about 120 yards, which for my 300 Win Mag is pretty easy to do. So just wanted to fill you in on that. Total for the day was 5, and so far we've probably shot about 65 deer that were eating crops in the middle of the farmer's field. So there's a story there. One other thing I wanted to mention is for the ne'er-do-wells that want to criticize this whole thing, the Department of Natural Resources put together 6 refrigerator trailers, of which we had 1 of them. So every deer that got shot, we field dressed and washed them out with a garden hose, put them in a refrigerator trailer. The DNR biologist came and got the trailer, took it to a certified butcher who processed all the meat and gave all the meat to the food bank of southern Michigan. So every one of those deer was eaten by some family that really needed the meat, and that kind of completes the circle. Dug out.